Hello, good morning, afternoon, or every year, again on Refocast, along with Mr. Nelson Oyarzo, an immigrant West, and her after West Albert Einstein. We are here to ask a few questions.
First, let's begin by briefly explaining what nationalism is as well as our other topics we cover, which are cultural diversity and migration. Nationalism is a popular ideology that prioritizes the interests of a nation. In other words, it promised loyalty to a specific country or place.
Nationalism has been a driving force behind migration throughout history, driven by social and political uses that have led many people to decide to migrate.
The topic I want to ask our West Nelson Oyarzo about your experience and every job be and to go toward during this hour.
Well, first, I wanted to say that I am migrant by choice. That is, in my own decision to move from one place to another. This was due to economic, social, and political situation in my country.
Now, I'd like to ask our author West, Mr. Albert Einstein, a little about his life and some of this experience related to one of the topics we're covering in this podcast.
Well, first of all, I wanted to introduce myself. My full name is Albert Einstein. I have no other first or last name. I was and am known for being a German theoretical physics, primarily recognized for my theory of relativity.
Okay, now we want to know what differentiates his previous story from Mr. Nelson and from the other part of the story in the section of migration, so we can compare both cases and see the difference in this type of migration.
My experience in this was that unlike Nelson, I was a part of a forced migration, a type of migration that forced me to leave my country. In my case, I was there during a time when Adolf Hitler reigned. It was a good beginning because of my Jewish religion and my critical views of Nazism. I began receiving life threats, which led me to leave Germany in 1933, so I could continue with my normal life.
Now before we continue with the podcast and ask the two with a series of questions we mark or announcement with the back story.
When the moment calls, Pepsi delivers, refreshing, sparkling, and with that unmistakable flavor that only a Pepsi can have you. Whether at lunch, at party, or just because, make every sip count. Pepsi, the last of now.
We reback both before we continue. We wanted to ask our host the experience what a culture social issue. We can't understand the questions we want to ask.
Cultural diversity is the cultural way in which a group of people or society express themselves to each other.
Now we have a questions for both of us. How do you think cultural diversity can contribute to the development of unicast talent?
Based on my experience and everything I had to go through, including challenges and dangerous roads to later triumph into a new civilization with a different language and religion. It's complicated.
To answer this question, we both wanted to say that although they are different experiences, they both led to the same path and the same result.
Cultural diversity enriches science and humanistic thought.
This is caused by contributing new ideas or perspectives and values that broaden our understanding of the world and ourselves.
Our goal is to let public know everything we had to go through with this podcast and with what it likely to live and experience life as immigrant.
To conclude this podcast, I wanted to thank our two guests, as well as our narrator and host, Sebastián Rifo.
It has been an honor to be able to participate in this podcast and share my experience.
Likewise, it is an honor to be able to have and explain part of my life in order to teach listeners everything previously mentioned.
We also want to thank our listeners for listening to our podcast and interview. And with this, we bid farewell to Refocast.